All right. Welcome, everyone, to our regular Tuesday night Collaborating Connections professional networking meeting. My name is Dawn Evans Casey, and I'm the leader of the group. Collaborating Connections has been around for over 5 years, serving business professionals near and far. We are a part of the TTR networking family, and TTR networking has been active for more than 12 years. We started out here in central Indiana. Then during COVID, we went to this virtual Zoom meeting, which has worked out great for us because now we can connect with wonderful professionals from coast to coast and around the world. And we're looking forward to meeting you. So if you are listening to a recording of this call and are interested in visiting or becoming a part of Collaborating Connections Business Networking, please reach out to us and just let us know. We would so look forward to meeting you. All righty. So tonight is the first Tuesday of the month of March, and our March theme is Masterminding. So, this is going to be an absolutely wonderful month of discussions and introductions and wonderful referrals. Um, just to give you a little bit of background, TTR Networking, what we do on a weekly basis, we usually start off acknowledging wins and any good news amongst our attendees. So I'm going to go ahead and open the floor and allow anybody who's got some wins or good news to share to go ahead and speak so we can celebrate with you. Jennifer, you are muted.
I know. I was saying, speak now or forever hold your peace. No, you don't have to do that. I promise. I don't. Oh, well, let's see. What do you guys have some stuff, don't you? Come on, guys. You look like you're all just excited beyond belief to be on our call tonight. So you have to have good news that's going on. Nothing?
Anybody?
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, just being able to get back connected with everybody today is definitely a win for me. As if most of you don't know, I had some bereavement going on these last few weeks. It's been kind of rough, but being here today is definitely a win for me, and I'm happy to be back in the mix with TTR and able to share what we do at KSD Pro One.
Wonderful. It's great seeing you back, Robert. Glad you're with us.
Great to be back.
Anybody else got any wins or celebrations they want to share?
Robert, we're glad you're back. So just know that we count that as and that is, nobody wants to go through anything like that. So we're very sorry for you and your loss. I'm sorry. It's been a rough couple of years for a lot of people, unfortunately, but it is what it is, I guess.
All righty. Well, I'm glad that everybody is on the call here tonight. Glad to see your smiling faces. So that is a win as well. When we can, I was just sitting down and dialing into the Zoom call, and it almost felt like wow, has a week passed already? The time flew so fast, but every week my Tuesdays are long days, but I always look forward to our time on our Collaborating Connections call. So again, thanks for everyone for being with us. We will go ahead and move forward, and I always love to invite Jennifer Johnson to share with us any of the updates and current happenings going on with TTR networking. So Jennifer, please take it away.
Thank you, Dawn. We have a lot of stuff that's coming up in March, and we've got some things scheduled already for April. but I would, we'll always have our happy hour, and our happy hour is about the middle of the month. This month it is on the 15th of March, which is next Wednesday already. I cannot believe that. We're going to be down at the Chewy's on Southport Road, guys. I couldn't remember. I don't have the address in front of me. And we're going to be there from 6 to about 7:30. Now I'm going to be sending it out. I've sent it out a couple times. We started this last month in February during the week of Random Acts of Kindness week. So we're all about helping people just build better, build stronger, more relationships, business relationships that actually we all know, we get to be good friends throughout all this. So anyway, that is next week. It is out on social media. I know Nicole's got it doing a loop and you can go to our Eventbrite. You can go to our website. It's on there under news and events. Then we have on Monday, March 27th, we just booked Keys to Business Success. We have Linda Lewis is with Cash Overlooked, and she's going to talk about some systems and different things that you can plug in to help you better track your business. Yes, we're about relationships, but we also want to give, right now we've got her scheduled quarterly to do these. And if there's business coaches out there that would like to offer some different business tips, different things like that, they can certainly do that. We like to spotlight our members. I mean, that's really where we're going with that. I know Robert Hailey has done that with one of the other members of this group. They did a really cool thing about your financial footprint, which you can find out on our website. I think it's on the blogs page because it was considered a video blog. But anyway, TTR presents. That's Monday, March 27th. It's it's on Zoom at noon Eastern time. Then we have on the 31st. You guys are all local. The 31st of March, which is a Friday, will be at the Haverstick in Indianapolis. It's kind of funny. The Westfield Networking Group sponsors this event that is not in Westfield, but we do that, and that's from it's 8:30 to about 9:45, and we've actually had a really good turnout for that the last couple months, and it took us about, I think we've been doing it about 6 months now, just to get the word out. There's some people that will attend that event and they will never join us, but they really enjoy that opportunity to get together. And that's open networking. And then we do have an event on April 5th I can tell you about right now. That's called the book is called Said the Lady with the Blue Hair. The author of that book, Lisa Wilburn, is a sales goddess with Avon. She has been with them for 40 years, and she wrote Said the Lady with the Blue Hair, and it's pretty awesome. She's going to talk about I think 3 or 4 of her 7 business success tips that she has in the book. So if you want to go find the book, I know Nancy has already read it, and it's been out there for a while. So anyway, that's pretty cool. That's in the evening, but all of that stuff can be found on our website. I did have a request today by our Fisher's Favorites group. They really truly want us to get back to the in-person speed networking somewhere soon. So I guess I would just put it out to anybody. If you know of a good location, we literally used to have, before pandemic, we had a quarterly speed networking event. If you've ever speed dated, it's basically the same kind of thing, but you get together and you rotate tables and you meet a lot of people. And I am so, it's amazing to me, but the last one we had was on the 12th or 16th or something of March of the year the pandemic hit. And I had to cancel it. I was so sad because we had like 50 plus people scheduled to be at this speed networking. And it was supposed to be at George's Neighborhood Grill. And we were supposed to do that, but the rest of the story is that the world shut down for COVID and we had people dropping out like flies. So we canceled that, but it was extremely popular. And we had probably usually about 50% were members and 50% were guests. So it was a great way to meet a lot of people. And I didn't really know that people were missing it, but I had some people today say, when can we do that again? So with the weather starting to get nicer soon, that is kind of something. So if you have a location that you think might work, it'd be nice to, let me know or let Dawn know or whatever, and we'll see what we can find. A lot of the restaurants that you want to use have a minimum on a room now. They didn't have that necessarily before. So anyway, just keep that in mind. I'm not saying that would completely rule out. We try to get the rooms for free if we can. So anyway, take it away, Don. That's what's going on.
Cool. Thank you so much, Jennifer, for those updates. I love that there is so much that goes on with TTR networking beyond just our weekly networking meetings. We certainly want to provide value to our membership, and we do that through offering various opportunities for networking connections, meeting new people, meeting members of other groups, as well as meeting people who aren't currently a member of a networking group. But you never know where your next potential client is going to come from. And it's just a great idea to keep your brand out there, keep meeting people, share what you do, and find out, what wonderful things can come from those many connections. So keep that in mind as we go forward. If there are no questions for Jennifer on any of those events, I think we will go ahead and get into our roundtable introductions. So I am going to invite CB Bjork. Are you ready to introduce yourself and your company?
Unmute myself, and always.
All right.
First off, how is everybody doing tonight? Hopefully everyone's having a good week. I'm CB Bjork. I run Ascension photography, Ascension Imaging Studio, do headshot, portrait, marketing, and drone photography. Trying to think of my elevator speech because you know how these things go. Ideal client really is anyone who's looking for photography. I am a raw startup, so I am just trying to get myself off the ground, so to speak. So my drone is only hovering. So my wife Catherine is part of the Tuesday TTR group up in Fishers, and so I work during the day, but I'm trying to get this up and going so I can leave the day job and pursue what I really like to do, which is the photography. What am I forgetting, Dawn? Anything?
Who's your ideal referral?
My ideal referral is anybody who needs photography. I mean, I hate to sound desperate, but I'm just starting out, so it's really just a matter of picking up clients and going from there. So in terms of Robert down there, I don't know where you are where I am on your screen, Robert, but you're down there on me. I know you do video. I do the stills, so I don't really get into the whole video aspect of everything. I come from a long line of portrait and daycare and real estate and all sorts of different photography. So
and I'm on the other side. I don't look, if it ain't from my camera phone or my Samsung or iPhone, I don't take pictures.
yeah. And it's definitely, you have your one interest and you really don't get over in the other.
Yeah.
And I have like real estate people are like, oh, can you do like, the full video and everything? I'm like, I don't want to do the video.
Yeah.
Leave that to somebody who likes doing the video. That's
Right.
awesome when you find those people.
Exactly.
So, but no, I'll put my stuff up here. I'm up in Fishers, but Indianapolis is my market. I mean, it's you got to be willing to go anywhere and meet people anywhere. So, it's doing what you can, where you can, how you can. So I'll let it go from there and let everybody jump in, and I'll leave my stuff up here for everybody.
All righty. Thanks so much, CB. CB and I had a great one-on-one conversation last night, and I encourage everyone, during our 60 to 90-minute meeting, there's just not enough time to ask all of the questions or get to know someone really well, to feel comfortable to, give those referrals. So it's really important that we do those one-on-one follow-up conversations. And with the conversation we had last night, CB and I talked, and we were going back and forth talking about our businesses, and eventually we're talking about groups and conventions. And bam, that he also services photography for events, and that the Indianapolis Convention Center and Visitors Bureau was an excellent resource. So we had the opportunity to share that information and give them a resource for a connection to work on gathering some business. So best of luck to you with that, CD. Yes, yes, awesome. I want to go ahead and does anybody have any questions for CB and Ascension Imaging Studio at this time? Okay, well, we'll be sure. What I usually do after our meetings is gather all of our contact information and share it with each other so that we can get those one-on-ones scheduled. So look forward to receiving that information following tonight's call. Next up, I would like to invite Robert Dokes. Are you ready to introduce yourself and your business?
Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Good evening, everyone. My name is Robert Dokes of KSD Pro One. I am the chief videographer at KSD Pro One. Our mission is to assist nonprofit and community-based organizations with creating videos aimed at their target audience, establish trust and credibility, and ultimately convert their viewers into potential donors. We accomplish this by implementing video marketing strategies aimed to drive engagement in the videos we create. KSD Pro One has nearly a decade of experience in creating promotional videos for nonprofit organizations, businesses, and community-based organizations that have brought forth brand awareness to their cause, increase fund through donors and support and customers, as well as increased brand awareness. Why a promotional video for a nonprofit or a community organization, community-based organization? Promotional videos can increase visibility to that nonprofit or community-based organization. It adds storytelling. It can increase engagement. It can increase your communication, and it definitely can increase your funding. And if you're looking to improve recruitment in your nonprofit or community-based organization, it can do that as well. So in a nutshell, KSD Pro One is not limited to creating promotional videos, but we also can handle any video production needs that you may have, from as simple as editing content that you may have already captured to collaborating with you on a custom promotional video. So I always say, if a picture is worth 1,000 words, then how many words is a video worth? And the answer is there is no limit to what a video can do for your nonprofit or community-based organization. It is the ultimate tool for marketing. So If you ever need a promotional video or any video production work, KSD Pro One is your promotional video solution.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Robert, for sharing.
Most
Um,
definitely.
as I was chatting last night with CB, I was saying I'm sure that there are plenty of events where individuals want both photography and video going on, and there may be opportunity for the two of you to work together jointly to provide those services for
Most
special
definitely.
events. So I encourage you two especially to get together and do a one-to-one follow-up session and talk about what you guys do and perhaps work together on securing some clientele. I'm gonna open the floor. If do we have any questions for Robert Dokes and KSD Pro photography videography?
I was just going to jump in since you gave us that introduction there, Dawn.
Mhm.
And Robert, I've done fundraising events with nonprofits where they're having like their annual big fundraiser evening, dinner, gala, whatever, because usually that's an opportunity for everyone to dress up. And, then I'm kind of like the high school photographer who comes in and get those prom pictures of everyone all dressed up, because a lot of times it's sometimes it's the only time the adults can get dressed up and do something together, husband and wife, et cetera, et cetera. But and then they can purchase photography, and then I give a proceed back to the charity from the sales on that. So to let you kind of know what I would do with an event like that. As you know, those people, as you talk to those people, as they're looking at doing some of those big things, I have an ability to do that as well. I'm fully portable.
Okay.
So I show up on location, got the backdrops and all the stuff that goes with it. So pretty much good to roll. So just to let you know.
Awesome. Now, most definitely, I will, definitely keep you in mind, because again, like I said, like photography, I'll leave that to the guys that do photography.
Well,
aperture.
and video is so cool with all the stuff you can do with it anymore.
Right. Yeah, most definitely. But how just as well as I know, aperture and all that other good stuff. That ain't my lane. But if that's your lane,
no,
we talking. We know the lingo.
Yeah, no, I understand. Images are everything anymore.
Yeah.
So if you're going to tell a story, you got to either do it with stills or with video.
Exactly.
So,
Wow.
yep, no, thank you.
I think for both of you guys, for me in the not-for-profit side that I work on as well, with the 100 Black Men, we have different events coming up. Like we have an event coming up this weekend, which is our Midwest Conference, which basically just the Midwest of our region here, Moses Gray. That'd be a great place for one. I need to connect you up with James, who's our Midwest person there, and then also we have all our programs are like they're concluding, and then we have a summer academy where basically we do photography as well. And then we have our Dayla, which is coming up in October. Would be a good place for some of this to be, to at least try to be making contact, at least make the conversation. So I think if you both should put your information there, and then I can try to set up some kind of meeting to at least have a conversation with that as well. We do have a photographer, but again, all photographers are not always available for everything. So it's worth having backup as well as another option for something like that. But for the figure art, for you, Robert, the video thing we do a lot, and we try to make sure we capture some information on video as well. And we try to have a professional do it. And sometimes the professionals may be the ones we do use is connected to our national chapter, which is based out of Georgia. And so, we have some local person would be great that can do the work that we look for in that sense still. So it's worth a conversation. And then as well as I belong to another group with my daytime job with Old National Bank. We have a network group called Sierra, which is Central Indiana Realtors Association. We meet once a month every first Wednesday of the month. And this is a bunch of realtors, mostly realtors, insurance, lenders as well. And that it can be, and you get to know, like I just had a lender vendor thing today, which again is in Keller Williams. So different ways to help you guys. Both can lean itself to taking pictures as well as video for some of the housing showings and things like that, and get connected with the realtors as well. So yeah, I'd like to invite you both to that meeting, which is again, and for next meeting will be April the 5th. It'd be at the MCL in Castleton. It starts at 11:30. 11:30 on MCL in Castleton on April the 5th. And then we have, so there's many ways that you both can, how you get business done is being part of a bigger group, and to have multiple screens of people that, can use your services, can do what you need to do, because, and putting you in front of, you got all kind of roads, Tucker, Keller, all of them out there, so all of them have somebody and may not have nobody. So they say, so they all have somebody, but may not have nobody. So you can be the somebody to give you a leg up. Hopefully this helps.
Exactly. Good job, Robert. Thank you for doing that.
Yep. So.
Absolutely wonderful. All right. If there are no other questions or comments.
And well as CB as well, I'm sorry.
No,
As
go
an
ahead.
organization, as an organization, or national organization, we have to have headshots done for everybody at times. And so I can try to connect you up with internally with here with us to be one of the vendors we can use to do headshots, professional headshots. That's it. Yeah. So it helps you as well.
Yeah, and if I know the background that they're using, I can obviously see about getting that as well. So it's
well, the headshot
uniform.
The headshot is a professional headshot that we use on our business cards, as well as our website, things like that. So it does not have nothing behind it. It's a professional headshot, which I can show my picture, but it's just a professional headshot like you would have. You need to put it. You can take it anywhere. It does not have anything behind, but you can use it on any background, any card, business cards, website, things like that.
Okay.
So we use it because the gentleman he's down there. He has a studio right there in the Dutch building. What's the Stutz building? In the Stutz building. And so I have no loyalty there, but at least another option. You may have a better deal than he offering. So.
Well, thank you.
Right. You're welcome.
All right. See, that's what we do. That's collaboration right there. Thank you so much for sharing that, Robert. And with that, I'm going to invite Robert Hailey. Are you ready to introduce yourself and your business?
Yes, Robert Hailey with Old National Bank. Been in this business for over 25 years, wealth of knowledge in that sense to help a client to have a holistic approach to looking at their circumstances to become homeowners. It's not transactional, but more so trying to be factual and understanding help a client move forward. I spend my time mostly in the low to moderate income folks that looking to be homeowners. So anyone in that sense there itself. I do have money, I have dollars to help people to become homeowners, as well as assisting them to get there. So I'm based on Indianapolis, on the east side of town. So anyone could be a homeowner if they're renting, working a steady job, and have income. Let's look and see how we can make them become a homeowner where they can start investing in themselves, create some housing wealth for them and their family. Robert Hailey with Old National Bank.
Thank you, Robert. Do we have any questions for Robert Hailey and Old National Bank? All righty. Let's move on. Nancy Vesley, are you there? Okay, maybe not. We'll give her a moment. How about Jennifer Johnson? Jennifer, are you ready to introduce
All
yourself
right,
and your
all right.
business?
I just put a message. I'm gonna jump off after this, guys. I'm going into a music rehearsal, which is a big part of my life right now, so it's good. But thank you. Oh, that should have been my new and good, Don. I say that almost every week, and I forget that sometimes because I'm floating on a cloud. I'm walking on the whatever. So I am Jennifer Johnson. I do sing professionally, and I have quite a few things going on in that world, but I am also a relationship marketing coach and the founder of TTR Networking. You all know why you're here, but I don't know if you all, as business owners, I don't know if you know, have you ever heard, and you can find it out there, that it's 5 to 12 contacts with a prospect it takes on the average 5 to 12 contacts before somebody will make a buying decision, whether they go with you or they don't. It takes 5 to 12 contacts. I don't know if you've all heard that, but that you can find out just about anywhere out there. And the majority of us as sales professionals, we don't follow up more than 3 times. So there's a disconnect there. So what I do is really, I guess I would ask you, do you have a follow-up system or a system where you can be in touch with your prospects and your prior clients? I mean, it's everybody. Do you have a system that's out there set up to help you? And it can be everything. I work with send out cards, but it's a system. It's how do you keep in touch? How do you touch your clients and prospects? And if you don't have something, I can tell you that what I do is I help position you to stay top of mind in authentic ways by creating personal connections that make you your clients and your prospects first choice when they're ready to make that buying decision. And it can be, in some cases, it can take quite a while. So you need to have a system. If you are not doing at least 5 outreaches to a particular client, you're missing the boat. I mean, 98% of sales are made past that, guys. So we have to be doing that. Now, of course, our networking groups is one way to stay top of mind with your referral partners. The 3 R's really are, you're looking at recognition, retention, and referrals are the reasons you'd want to stay in touch with people. So if you are, you want to recognize your clients, your prospects, that's one way you can do it. Recognizing, retaining, maybe you're talking to employees or, if you have employees, and we all want referrals. So it is what it is. I would just love to help you if you do not have something set up. I am the one that can help you, relationship marketing. So I am going to leave it at that. And I know you're going to have a wonderful conversation. They're starting the meeting, so I gotta go. But have fun masterminding, and we will talk to you soon. Thank you. You guys have a great rest of your day. Good
Thank
to
you
see
so
everybody.
much, Jennifer. Take care.
You're welcome. Thank you. Bye-bye. I think, maybe.
Oh, there she goes. Okay. Let's go back. Nancy Vesley, are you back? Are you available?
Yep, I hung up.
All right. Nancy, are you ready to introduce yourself and your business?
I am. I'm Nancy Vesley, IHC Specialty Benefits. I help people with their health insurance, life insurance, supplemental, accident, critical illness policies. And I help small businesses set up their own major medical plans for their employees if they're interested. And that's what I do. And right now people are getting, I think they're calling it I forgot what they're calling it, but the Medicare people are the ones that were questionable on the line since 2020 are getting removed from Medicare the next few months. So they're left looking for insurance. So if you know anybody that got that letter in the mail and they're saying, oh man, I'm getting removed from Medicare, what do I do now? Send them my way. I can help them.
All righty.
That's it.
Thank you so much, Nancy. Do we have any questions or comments for Nancy Vesley and IHC Insurance? Okie dokie. Well, I will reintroduce myself. My name is Dawn Evans Casey, and one of my companies is Spa Travel. That's the company that I started with TTR Networking with over 6 years ago, almost 7 years. Wow, the time has flown. I was working full time in corporate America, traveling ridiculously. And a friend of mine suggested, why don't you, if you're traveling all the time, why don't you get paid for it? And I found a wonderful host agency, took the training and certification, found out all about the travel industry, and now I help others have enjoyable, memorable travel experiences. Um, I do more than just booking travel for people. I do the background research. I recommend excursions and tours and things to do once they make it to their destination. I listen to my clients and put together proposals for what it is that they're looking for, where they want to go, what their budget is, what they'd like to do when they get there. So a lot of people just know that they want to get away and they have an idea of what it is that they want to do to have fun. So I help them pull all of that together within the price range that they're looking for. Additionally, even after we book their trip, I remain an advocate for my travel clients and the connection when they are stuck in an airport with a delayed or canceled flight, when they get to their destination and their accommodations aren't quite what they expected. They know that they can contact me and I will work with their vendors to get things straightened out and limit the stress on their end. Vendors are happy to work with me because, of course, they want me to bring more business their way. And I love to help my clients have memorable, enjoyable travel experiences so they can come back feeling refreshed and look forward to the next travel experience that they want to go on. Additionally, I do, my husband and I work together on a nonprofit called Claiming Your Roots, and we work with communicating with multi-generational families and encourage them to do their own family history research based upon the skills of their family members, those who like to do the online research. Some people like to travel and go meet new relatives or do the cemetery tours. Some people like to go to the courthouses and dig through the records. Some people like to make phone calls and write letters um, and gather pictures, but everybody comes together and they put their research into a keepsake, an album, a video story, something that they can keep and pass forward to future generations that depicts where they've come from, who they've come from. It serves a lot to motivate individuals and families to know who their forefathers are, how they have struggled and succeeded and lived their lives. So that's something that we like to share with others as well. And lastly, Cheerful Chocolate Spirit is a blog of mine that I have recently kicked off with the help of another TTR member, Nicole Williams, who is a blog teaching expert. It is a whimsical blog, just days in the life of a chocolate lover. I was diagnosed diabetic just about a year and a half ago and thought that my chocolate eating days were over. But I have found healthy ways to be able to enjoy my favorite chocolate desserts, drinks, etc., and share the quips of health and enjoyment of chocolate with others. So, Cheerful Chocolate Spirit is a blog on Facebook, and all of you are welcome to follow me in that realm. Does anyone have any questions or any comments that I can address at this time? Okay, good, good. Well, I mentioned earlier, and Jennifer mentioned, I think, as well, we were talking a little bit about March being the month of masterminding. So, looking forward to that, she has shared with the TTR group leaders a little bit about the 12-week year by Brian Moran. I believe Nancy, you may have read that book. Is that correct? No, that's one that you haven't gotten into yet. Okay,
No.
okay. Well, the 12-week year is a book that I'll read a little bit of the summary. We all have things that we want to accomplish in life, and we all want to be a success in our professional endeavors. We set annual goals, but after a year, we may be no closer to our goals than before. There's too much time in a year to focus properly on the necessary tasks, and there are responsibilities and distractions that hinder our productivity. So the 12-week year teaches us how to remove the barriers to success. When you work towards goals 12 weeks at a time, you're better able to see the steps required to achieve them and feel a greater sense of urgency to accomplish them. The 12-week year will help you succeed at achieving your dreams and grow your business to great heights. So, everyone has two lives to live, the one that you're currently living and the one where you've fully engaged your unique skills and talents and accomplished amazing results in your personal and professional lives. So, the second life encompasses your wildest dreams for your future. And that's okay. You can have those wildest dreams and continue to reach toward them. The second life, you're highly productive, and the results of your efforts have lifted you above the competition. So, why aren't you living that life right now? What holds you back from achieving your potential is a lack of a structured plan to accomplish your goals. So during the month of May, we're going to be talking about some of the concepts of the 12-week year. We're going to be talking about from the perspective of our own lives and our own businesses. What are those those barriers, those things hindering our success? How can we address them sooner? How can we manage our businesses 12 weeks at a time, a quarter at a time? A lot of people espouse their goals at the beginning of the year, go about doing their operations routinely, reassess towards the latter of the year to realize that they may be behind on some of those goals, and then start hustling, ferociously trying to um, succeed at everything, all of those goals by year end. And that's not necessarily the most effective way to manage our business, to to um, to usher success into our lives. So when you break it down into more of a quarterly, a 12-week year, recognizing what are the priorities for us to do right now, recognizing what are the challenges that we need to address right now and get those things out of the way to clear the path for us to manifest and experience our very successful lives that we intend for ourselves, while we enjoy doing the business that we do, while we enjoy showing our talents and sharing our voice and seeing smiles on the faces of our clients and customers. So I'll open the floor and ask you, what are your challenges right now that you're experiencing that you would consider our priorities to resolve? During the month of masterminding, all of us are going to be not only thinking about our own businesses, but helping each other kind of uh, maneuver through the process, finding some new ideas, some new resources, and coming out at the end of the month feeling, reignited for success, feeling that we are ready to accomplish and overcome the issues that may be in front of us right now. So again, I'll open the floor. What are your thoughts with masterminding and managing a 12-week year?
But I think that is I think that's a good approach to accomplishing goals in a minimum amount of time. But it's also, you can track that, and it's not like you have to eat the whole elephant at once. You just eat it piece by piece. So being able to say, okay, over these next 12 weeks, this is what I'm going to focus on, and then track that, and then say, did I accomplish it or not? How far am I ahead? Do I need another 3 weeks to accomplish it? Or did I accomplish what I initially wanted to accomplish? I think that's a great approach to accomplishing goals. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, if like any other entrepreneur out there, I mean, we get overwhelmed because we're like, okay, I want to redesign this, or I want to do this, or I want to get these many clients, or I want to do that. And we tend to lose focus because we're spreading our thought process across multiple things. But if we focus on that one, hone in it for 12 weeks, like almost like a 12-step program, we should be able to obtain it. So that's something I'm more than likely going to implement in my business, as far as focusing on one specific item to accomplish at that one time and nail that item and then move on to the next. And where, like I said, whether that be, redesigning your website, or, redesigning your client flow, or something like your client management flow, just focusing on it. And again, you might get to the point where you might say, hey, this didn't even take 12 weeks.
Right.
I was able to knock it out in 2. So I'm definitely going to implement that.
I agree. I think it gives us the opportunity, just like when we start out our calls on a weekly basis, acknowledging the wins and celebrations that we've experienced in the past week, and we get to share that with each other. I think the 12-week year gives us that opportunity to go ahead, address the elephant in the room, the big problems, the priorities, get those big goals taken care of. We can celebrate and then move on to the next, put that Superman, that Supergirl cape on and say, hey, I got this done and I feel good about it and I'm ready for the next one. So you get to build on it rather than, just kind of thinking about something and it being on the back burner, and time passes and you're like, I know it's still there, but I'm not ready for that yet. It just allows for perhaps more efficient management of our business going forward. Any other thoughts? Do you feel like you're at a place where you can start this, where you've already got your goals identified, but you can be realistic about where are the priorities and what do I think I need to focus on in the next 12 weeks.
You know, the one thing, I've got a planner this year, and every month they have a review, your status. And that's a real eye opener on the one stuff you wanted to do that month that you haven't even touched, but it just brings it back to mind, and it refocuses you on all the stuff you need to get done. You know, you're so busy putting out fires, you know, the website wasn't even touched or whatever it is. I mean, whatever it is. So I got to say, reviewing where you are on a regular basis really helps me to get stuff accomplished that I haven't touched.
Cool. And do you also acknowledge why it happened that way? You know, did you just put it off and ignore it? Did something completely unexpected move up the priority list and take over your time and attention? You know, do you spend the time thinking about, if I didn't get it done in the time frame I originally planned, you know, how am I going to make sure that this priority stays a priority and gets done then before another fire occurs that, you know, takes my attention and time away from it? Do you go through the process of a more thorough 360 analysis, or do you allow yourself the flexibility to put things off and, you know, not accomplish all of your goals?
I know this in February, I did put that I'm going to put more on my daily schedule, because it does help if you put it on your schedule and then you check it off. And I love checking things off, you know, after the end of the day. And so that was one thing I did to see if that would help me get stuff accomplished, that stuff that you have to do, you know, check it off and move on. And so that's what I've started this week, is adding it to my daily list on what I need to do. And then I get to check them off as I get them done.
Great.
I don't know if it'll work, but we're going to try it. If it doesn't, we'll find something else.
Exactly. That's the, you know, the great thing about this is that we're looking at it and thinking about it rather than just, you know, kind of watching it go by and ignoring it.
Right.
If we don't get it done, if we need a new plan, then let's get a new plan in place. And I certainly want this, the Masterminding month of March, to be a comfortable place for us to be able to voice to each other, hey, you know, I'm kind of struggling with this. I've tried A and B and it didn't work. What do you guys think? Or have you faced a similar type of challenge? And let's talk about it. Let's welcome ideas and recommendations, and let's be open to considering different directions or different follow-ups that we can do to resolve issues so that we can get beyond those challenges and continue to operate more successfully, more smoothly, and accomplish our goals. What do you think? Is anybody considering an issue or a challenge right now that they'd like to share and perhaps get some feedback on?
Well, I would just say just getting the ball back rolling. I think, I don't know if, you know, most of you as entrepreneurs or business owner, if you have not prepared or have had plans in place during a moment of bereavement, it will throw your a wrench in the gear, and just, and all of a sudden everything's come to a halt. But in the back of your mind, you like, I have to keep this going, because this is my livelihood. But having a plan in place, or at least having some form of direction, definitely helps. But I'm gonna like this 12-week in a year thing. I'm gonna definitely implement that just to put me back on track,
Mm-hmm.
with more laser focus in video production.
Gotcha. Well, I'm going to share with you, they are doing a workshop later this month. I think it's March 22nd or 23rd. And the cost is, this year is 2023. The cost is $20.23 for the workshop. But there's going to definitely be, whether you are interested in the 12-week year as an individual or as a team leader, you can do either path. You get, I believe, uh, a book, a workbook, and guidance on how to implement this into your day to day. So I'm going to share that information, the sign up for the workshop, with our group in the follow up email that we do to our meetings. And I don't want to say this is not a requirement. It's not anything that anybody has to do, but there's definitely an affordable opportunity for us to do a deep dive if we're interested into the concepts of the 12-week year. And for those who may not do the workshop, you'll, I'm sure, be hearing some of the results and feedback from those who do attend, and what was gleaned from the workshop, what concepts that you might be able to implement into your business, considering what your challenges are and how you can have a more efficient process of goal setting and goal achievement for your business. So I'll be sure to communicate that with everyone. CB or Robert, do you have any questions or comments about the masterminding plan for the month of March? Nope.
I'm still so new. It's so much going on. I'm just kind of riding the wave. So
Okay. Well, what priorities are you addressing right now within your business? What has your highest attentions?
right now, trying to get the website finished. Um, basically meet more people. And that's going to be the two things. I got to get it to where people can go somewhere and they can see my work. And at the same time, I got to meet the people so they can do that. So, that's kind of the two things for me.
Okay, cool. Does anybody have any recommendations for CB about getting his brand out there and connecting with others who may be interested?
I think I shared already a couple of places I think would give him a good bang for the buck. It's just more so it's getting out there, doing the work, and also offering your services out to folks, maybe just for a few people, just so people can see what you do, what you offer. So you work out some kind of promotion for yourself to, hey, I provide you 2-3 shots here and there, and to get them started, something like that. But more so with him, it's because everybody got a camera phone, they think they can take a picture, but sort of people are different what's between a professional shot versus a camera shot. Because it's, although it may look good, I said, but when you actually put a professional shot with a camera shot, okay, that's a whole different look. He can clean up some things, he can show some different things, he can brush in and brush out something for them. So getting people understand that, hey, although you have a camera and everybody and where they sell these cameras, that these cameras are all these different pixels can do it. I said, well, yes, they can, but nothing like what you're missing is a professional person shooting the shot the right way, with the right lighting, and giving you the look you want. And so that people got to understand that. So
CB, have you ever done the business spotlight
No.
event? It's Ryan Henry's event at Friday from 11 to 1 at Pinheads.
Ooh, right around the
And it-
corner.
Yeah, and it gives you an opportunity to introduce yourself and what you're doing to the room full of people. My understanding is you get like 2 minutes to tell them what you're doing and who you're looking for.
And that's every
Meet
Friday?
you there? No, it must be once a month.
And what's
And
what's
if you
the
go
group?
on, it's the Business Spotlight monthly networking event. It's coming off of, I'm not sure where it came off of. It's at the Pinheads. It must have came off of what is Ryan Henry's website, Dawn? Do you remember?
Oh gosh. It used to be open in Indiana, but now it's nationwide. So what is it
Well, I
called?
could probably contact Pinheads. They would know.
Or I wonder if it's on Referral Runway.
Oh, it could be.
Now I gotta find.
Yeah, because 11 a.m. to
1.
1 p.m. is almost like perfect time for me.
Inspire Small Biz. Inspiresmall.biz is his link now. And TTR Networking is a member of Inspire Small Biz. So there you go. That's reach out to Ryan Henry because he always welcomes new businesses to come introduce themselves, and that's a great way. Also, because of the partnership between TTR Networking and Inspire Small Biz, TTR Networking members have the opportunity to set up their business profiles on Inspire Small Biz, which is another social media directory of small businesses. So for anybody who has not yet done that, please get out there and set up your business bio on the Indiana Small Biz.
Awesome.
Yeah, cool. So there's
Thank you.
so many things that it takes the group think sometimes to get it out, but again, that's why it becomes important to do the one-on-one conversations and to sit down and kind of think these things out and talk them out. There's some wonderful ideas that come out of the masterminding. Okay. So, and you mentioned your website. Are you creating it yourself? Are you utilizing a resource to assist you there, or?
My computer.
Okay.
No, I build it all myself. So you go into WordPress and you kind of put all the pieces into play and the different pages and everything. And
Mhm.
you can color it, you can put in the right fonts, you can do a whole bunch of stuff. Yeah, I could pay someone to do it, but all things being equal, I'd rather have the money go to other
Oh, sure.
parts of the business. So
Uh,
that's kind of the focus there.
I'll recommend, or something that I have seen is on getting out there in social media in
Yeah.
circles that your industry frequents and say, hey, I've done the rough draft of my new website, and I'd like some folks to check it out and give me responses about it. So you
Yeah.
kind of already put it out there and have individuals take a look, tell you, what works well, what is really easy, what they would expect to see, or, give you the praises like, yeah, this is spot on. I
Yeah.
really enjoy your site, and get that feedback without paying for, uh, a circle of individuals to test your website for you. So
And
that's
I've
another.
also kind of thought about getting a VA to help with some of this stuff as well. But it's, again, I'd rather focus more of my money towards the building than the administrative side for the time being. Once I get some money coming in, then I can handle kind of having a VA help with doing some of the other stuff. And that'll be important in time too.
Cool. Cool.
I just posted the business spotlight into the Collaborating Connections Facebook page.
Awesome. Thanks, Nancy. Okay. So it sounds like the event that Jennifer mentioned, the in-person networking for next Wednesday on the South Side would be a good opportunity for business individuals to get together and meet in person and share with each other, to do some networking and meet new individuals. But in addition to that, we've also got everybody gets set up on Referral Runway, and that's the best place to go ahead and make those warm referrals, make those connections, and get some things started. Robert Dokes, I am thinking late last year, we had an individual visit that was with a school, I think in the Lawrence area. And they were interested in fundraising on behalf of their school. So that's a contact, a connection that I definitely want to make for you as well, because that could be an opportunity for them to have some video work and create a fundraising drive, or a get to know us and what we do type of presentation for them to share with the community. So I'll go ahead and put that out for you this week on Referral Runway. Anything else in particular? Anybody got any thoughts that they want to share, or a challenge for us to discuss as a group? No? Okay. Well, I hope you don't mind, but I think we're going to end up wrapping this up a little early this week. I certainly want everybody to think about scheduling those one-on-one meetings. Look forward to getting the contacts information so that you can do that. And also think about your goals, your priorities, and any immediate challenges that you are facing. And we are going to implement some of these 12-week year concepts. We'll share more details of them at next week's meeting, as well as implementing those towards what we have identified as our most pressing goals and challenges for each of our businesses. Does that sound good? All righty. Well, thanks again for being with us this week, everyone. We've had a great discussion, a great time. I want you all to go forward, be prosperous, share yourself and your business with others, and we'll look forward to seeing you again, same time and same place next week. Take care.
Everybody
Take
have a
care.
great evening.
Bye.
All
Take it
right.
easy.
Bye-bye.
Bye.